Welcome back to the SourceFed Podcast. 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 Welcome back to the SourceFed Podcast.
Welcome back to the SourceFed Podcast. Welcome back to the SourceFed Podcast. Welcome back to the SourceFed Podcast. Welcome back to the SourceFed Podcast. Welcome back to the SourceFed Podcast. Welcome back to the SourceFed Podcast. Welcome back to the SourceFed Podcast. Welcome back.
That was really cool, guys.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. The New Year is right around the frickin' corner.
Every time this freaks me out when I don't see a light on any of the cameras. It freaks me out every goddamn time. You know what else freaks me out? I learned today that I'm afraid of drones.
Really? Oh, because Phil's flying a drone around the office?
A drone there. They said, hey, look up in the sky. So I looked up in the sky. It sounded like a horde of bees. And I'm already originally afraid of bees.
Or cicadas. It sounds like cicadas. You guys afraid of cicadas?
I do not like drones. I'm scared they're gonna cut me into little pieces, just like Enrique Iglesias.
Oh, because he's cut from diamonds?
No, he got cut at a drone at one of his concerts. His hand got sliced.
What?
Okay. So somebody was flying a drone at one of his concerts, and he reached to wipe it out of the way, and it sliced his hand, and he started bleeding everywhere.
I saw that.
Hey, Enrique Iglesias, don't reach out and swipe at propeller blades.
I mean, he didn't know.
What do you mean he didn't know?
He didn't know
propeller blades are always sharp. You have a ceiling fan.
He's an older guy. He's an older guy. He doesn't know what a drone.
He's never had a ceiling fan before.
He was just trying to swat a big fly out of his way.
National treasure.
If you're trying to tell me that Enrique Iglesias has never flown in a helicopter and is thoroughly unaware of what a propeller is, I would call you, sir or madam, a liar and a half.
One time I cut the shit out of my ankle with a weed whacker when I was about 12 years old. I was trying to cut some weeds, and I managed to snag my ankle right on the cusp of it. And honestly, it bled for a good 2 hours.
Sure.
I wonder, did that Enrique thing happen this year? I guess I could Google it because I could say that was a sad thing that happened this year, since this is the year in review. We're not year in
SourceFed
review, but
Podcast,
we're just talking about the year
end of year discussion.
End of year
table.
discussion about Enrique Iglesias getting cut by a drone.
Mm-hmm.
Drones are ruining our lives.
Yes,
it was my least favorite thing that happened this year. I know you wanted to keep this positive, but I learned a lot about myself this year in a negative way. I learned that I'm allergic to lobster / some shellfish in general.
Really?
Yeah.
And
that
supposedly,
do you think that this is an allergy that's been in your body a long time, or is this a new allergy that you've developed?
New allergies come up
let me explain allergies
all the time.
origins.
I was talking about this the other day. Let me finish real quick. I was talking about this the other day. There was like this 35-year-old woman, and she got like celiac disease at like 35.
So what disease?
So like you can't
Celiac.
eat gluten.
You
wheat.
can't eat gluten or really gluten, but all wheat generally.
I don't believe in gluten.
But it came up later in her life. Anyway, Lobster Boy.
Lobster Boy started off when I would just get like these poops, you know, like you get that's what I feel like what it starts off with is like as a kid I would just always get these poops and I just never knew.
You must be allergic to everything then.
I just would get these poops and
violent.
Recently,
can describe the poops. Are we talking a discharge? Are we talking about
discharge?
hard and crusty?
We're not talking hard and crusty.
So
I'll tell
it's
you that.
some watery ass poops. That's definitely
you
a
are
sign
leaking
of
water from your body because of the seafood
allergy.
And it wasn't just a leaky, because I don't mind a leaky poop every once in a while.
Every once in a while,
yourself.
Clear it out.
However, these are accompanied by some terrible, terrible stomach pains. The lobster, eventually the allergy transitioned into throat scratchiness. And I feel like I haven't tried lobster since, but I feel like if I try it again, dear God, I might.
It's not good for you.
Where was this lobster from? What was,
this lobster was right down the street, actually, at Morton's Steakhouse.
Ooh,
okay,
we don't have a good lobster right here in California.
Maybe that's the thing.
I have a question. When was the last time you had lobster previous to this? I don't think I've had lobster in 5 years, and my mom just gave me a taste of it when I had it. I haven't had like a
proper lobster.
A proper lob.
Well, at Morton's I ordered 2 lobster tails, and previously I was
How rich are you that you're ordering 2 lobster tails at a Morton's Steakhouse?
Where is this money coming
Matt,
from?
the secret is I hemorrhage money.
Oh,
I'm also a big fan of lobster rolls in general, and I think that's
you're
where it
on
started.
that I am gonna die young retirement plan.
I've never had a lobster roll.
Never in your life.
Ooh.
And I want one. Anyway, so
Candace,
when was the time?
We'll go to the lobster truck.
Okay.
We'll go to the lobster truck and we'll get a lobster roll.
Okay.
I'm also allergic to dried apricots, as it turns out.
Really?
I looked it up, and I think there's something that they put in dried apricots to make them dry that irritates my throat.
I'm allergic to raw carrots.
I don't care about the apricots. I want to know, when was the last time you had lobster previous to your awful Morton's experience?
It must have only been a couple of weeks.
You had lobster previously, a couple weeks prior.
Prior, yes.
And you did not get poopies. You did not get liquid poops. You did not get itchy.
No, that's the thing is, it's always been a thing. I just only started getting itchy recently.
Oh, so you've always
So how many times a year do you eat lobster?
That
and
you've
how
been getting
often are you
liquid
eating
poops
lobster?
because of it.
For a while, it was about a good 2 times a month.
I have not had enough lobster to figure out if I'm allergic to it. I could die from it, and I wouldn't know because I've only had a
He's having lobster 2 times a month, knowing he's getting the liquid poops every time, and only when it starts scratching the throat.
That my mind is blown.
Yeah. At my most, it was 2 times a month.
You have shattered our collective reality,
a lot of people just eat lobster like once a year, I swear, right?
If that, because it's expensive.
Sometimes it's not, though. Like a lobster roll, it was like $10 at the places I was getting it.
Expensive.
$10? Come on, man! I go to Fluky's, get $7
lobster is in that? A little sliver,
little strand of
lobster. No wonder you
lobster?
didn't know if you were allergic. There's just a little sliver in there you couldn't taste.
Maybe you're just allergic to shitty lobster
It's all
meat.
coleslaw and mayonnaise.
or you are not allergic to shitty lobster meat, but you're allergic to that good lobster meat that you had at Morton's.
Honestly, I need to get an allergy test, and now that I have health insurance, it's all on me.
Have you ever gotten an allergy test before?
Not
Do you
in
know
my life,
the process? No. So when you get an allergy test, I don't know if they still do it this way, but when I was a kid and I got it, on your back or on your arm, they take a bunch of they look like golf tees, but the bottoms of it, instead of being a point, are like an open set of flexible, scratchy points, and they dip them into liquid
like
extract,
a lottery ticket, yes.
Liquid extract of all the different things you could possibly be allergic to, and then they scratch your back with all of them.
But how can they encompass all the things you could be allergic to into one little scratch-off ticket?
No,
well,
you should see
each separate thing.
Yeah.
Like one is moss, one is grass.
But what if you're deathly allergic to it?
Well, it's not in your body. You'll just get a big welt on your back.
So you get like little welts. There's a lot of I've seen pictures of it online, and you just see a bunch of different dots all over somebody's back.
Yeah, it's a scratch test.
No, the thing is, though, this is what's weird for me is it's only like 36 or so dots. You're telling me there are only 36 things you can be allergic to in the entire...
Well, no, it's the most common thing.
And then those probably branch out to other similar things.
Right, like,
and then
okay,
it's like, if you're allergic to this, you should also probably watch out for this.
Right.
It's not...
It's like, okay, I see you're getting a seafood reaction off the one seafood thing that we did.
So
we
you're
need
probably allergic to shellfish.
all seafood, you should just avoid it. If you want to do a test with more specific seafood results, we can do that, but it's likely you're allergic to all of them.
Totally.
My God.
So that's what you found. So this year you found out you're allergic to lobster. Any more allergies?
No more allergies. Dried apricots and lobster. That's about it. What about you? You allergic to anything, Candace?
Yeah, Candace. What are you allergic to?
I don't believe so.
I've never been stung by a bee.
I can't imagine a life where you're not allergic to anything.
I've never been stung by a bee either, and I'm a little scared I might be very allergic, and I'm scared I'll get stung and die.
You should buy that knockoff
Not a
EpiPen.
big fear, just a little concern.
Just a little concern. I get
it's always in the back of your mind. I get it.
Yeah.
What about you? Anything you learned about yourself this year?
That I learned about myself?
Yeah.
A whole bunch of things. I'm trying to think of fun, positive things.
You learned you're an amazing chef.
It's also...
I learned, I learned that people like my food, and that I could make cooking videos, and that could be a thing.
Or your own goddamn restaurant, which is what I've been telling you to do for the past couple of days now.
It's not going to be I don't think I have the interest in running a restaurant.
Lead for 2 and coffee 2.
I think that in this point in his life right now, I think you have the potential to cook in some capacity in a career.
Thank you.
I think that right now you're doing this and you're very busy, but I think it might be in your future.
Easily,
if that's what you want to do.
Easily.
I don't want to be Guy Fieri.
Nobody wants to be Guy Fieri.
Yeah, Guy
Don't
Fieri
say that.
doesn't want to be Guy Fieri.
Easily the next Emeril Ghazani.
That's not a person. I think you're trying to say Emeril Lagasse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Easily the next.
No, I'm working on a cookbook, which I think is cool.
That's a cool step.
And that'll be the first step into doing something like that. But no, primarily I like doing comedy, and that's
I will buy your cookbook in a heartbeat.
Thank you. That means a
I
lot.
love Matt's food.
Everything you've ever made for me is
I was gonna say that pretty
Sorry.
much.
You want to say it at the same time?
Everything you ever made for me is
delicious.
I thought you were gonna make that sound.
Everything you've ever made for me is.
Can we make a song about it? Everything you've ever made for me tastes really good. All those taste test videos make me feel so good. I love Matt's food. I love Matt's food.
Cool.
I'm not good at accepting praise, so this is hard.
Delicious.
For me.
Honey.
Those sliders, those pumpkin spice sliders.
The sliders are my
still
favorite thing to make.
One of the best things that have been that has been home cooked for me.
And the
delicious.
mac and cheese waffle. Oh, excuse me.
Oh yeah,
yum.
very good. I wish I could have had more of that.
Yeah. Well, we have the waffle iron. I'm very
and all
tempted.
Those ingredients.
Yeah.
We should make some after this.
You should make some
No
after this
joke.
for us.
Yeah, because we're
No
recording
joke.
this way before you're getting it. So, like,
Oops.
I mean, we're talking about Thanksgiving stuff. That stuff has not expired yet. That is still good.
Yeah.
We could dig into that
I
right
mean,
now.
all I ate
Oh my
was
God.
French fries and soup for lunch. Hook me up with a mac and cheese stuffing mashed potato waffle.
Ooh,
Why
yeah.
don't you?
All I had for lunch was a bunch of vegetables and a cold brew coffee. I went to Whole Foods looking for a nice chicken thigh, but they didn't have none.
They usually have a lot of chicken.
You had a
Yeah.
nice
like
lentil
vats.
soup.
They usually have vats of chicken.
I want
straight
it
up.
on the bone, baby.
I had a nice Italian calzone when I went home for lunch. Because I can go home for lunch just like I used to do in school.
Nice.
I don't care.
Yeah, I'm trying to resist my baser impulses with food because like I've legitimately lost almost all sense of self-control this year. Like I'm not the heaviest that I've ever been, but I'm like the heaviest that I've been since I moved to California. I think I'm like 210.
Totally feel you. I've been eating a lot of ice cream lately.
Yeah.
And it honestly, it's making me gain weight rapidly, but also it makes me break out.
In hives?
Just acne.
Okay.
I have recently taken the initiative to start walking every day and start eating healthier. I've been eating really bad this whole entire year. I was kind of healthy towards the end of the year last year, 2015, and then something clicked with me a couple months ago, and I was like, I gotta be healthier. And then I started hanging out with this girl. She's really awesome and cool, and she walks like a ton every day. She'll just go for walks. And I was so inspired, and now I try and go for walks during lunch or when I get home from work.
That's great.
I love to
Really
walk now,
prevents
and it
blood
feels
clots.
good. And it feels good, and it's not like it's like some crazy exercise. Just walking like helps get your heartbeat up a little bit, and just helps you feel better. It makes me feel
speeds up
a
the
little more
metabolism. It's a
positive.
little
Makes
more. It's
a
meditative.
Yeah.
Meditative.
Coma go
Yeah.
away.
Meditative.
quicker.
Yeah.
I like
Do you
it.
guys suffer from food comas ever?
Yes, sometimes.
Mine's on a regular, everyday basis. Every day I get a food coma around 3 o'clock p.m.
Maybe it's because of those allergies you don't know about.
Could be. It's not a food coma at like in the middle of the afternoon. Like a lot of people go through that like sometime between like 2 and 4 p.m. if they run like a normal work day or school day. Like that's just when you start to lose energy. And a lot of it has to do with portion size of like what you're eating, but it's also just like it's a natural lull, especially if you start the day with coffee. It's like at that point it's worn off, you're tired, you've been doing the same thing for hours. Generally, you're just going to see a fall off in energy.
I'd really like to set up my life to where I can work and have different parts, like a good schedule. I need to have a good schedule where I like have my coffee at a certain time, I get stuff done, because right now it's like, oh man, I'm drinking my coffee and now I'm going to go home, eat a giant calzone, come back, get tired, and then do jack shit all.
Calzone is probably not the best fuel for like an active afternoon. It's still good. You could probably have it for dinner or something. I've found this year one thing that I learned is to not resist, like know thyself and not resist what you know. And it's like I know I am the best at getting work done like in the morning, like between like 9 and 2 is the prime time where I will actually accomplish things if I put my mind to it.
Totally.
And it's like try to remove any obstacles or distractions during that time, because I know that if I put stuff off till later in the afternoon, it's either not going to get done or not going to get done as
That's
well.
my peak time for talking to you, between 9 and 2.
It is. It's when you know that you love to talk during that time.
Specifically to you.
To me.
And now that I know that that's the time that you're working, I mean, it's obviously not going to prevent
sit on
me.
my couch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna,
for long periods of time.
Even probably longer now that I know.
Yeah, and I'm far too polite to say, hey, buddy, I'm kind of working on something.
And I'm not going to ever take the hint. I'm just going to...
Well, no, now you figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Now you figured it out. He was too polite to say it until this podcast.
Yeah.
Still not getting it. I'm sorry.
Okay, go. You can walk away.
Okay.
All right. Candace, while we're on this break, what have you learned this year about yourself?
Just a toilet. I need to pee really bad. Should have done it before this.
Should have done it before.
What have I learned about myself this year? Okay, sit down, stand, either go or stay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, all right. Great.
What have I learned this year?
What have you learned?
I feel like I've had an incredibly uneventful year. I was laid off in February.
Okay.
And didn't find work until August.
Hey, me too.
Oh, high
you are
five.
My sister for sure.
I think so. Or maybe we're just
tangentially related people in the same field.
Kindred spirits or whatever. We just have similar things happen. I don't know. So my year was mostly revolved around a relationship, which was great. And I felt love, which is great. It's great to know what love feels like.
Totally.
I learned that about myself. Yeah. I like love, and I just want to be in love. So that was fun. It was tight. There was some heartbreak, but now it feels pretty good again. And that's what I learned. I learned about love this year.
Love is the fucking best.
Which is pretty fun to learn about, especially at age 20.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know. It was like a very chill year, a little boring at times, but fun, but uneventful, but cool, pretty relaxed. I like LA. I love LA. I love love. Anyway, that's just a little
What are your top 5 favorite things about love? Go.
Top 5 favorite things about love. Knowing that at the end of the day, there's somebody who has my back and that I can tell anything to and she accepts me. 2, someone who, I guess it's all kind of like revolving around, she accepts me for who I am, but also like, I feel bigger. I feel like more than myself when I'm able to like work hard to make somebody else feel happy and fulfilled. And like, to see Denise's career take off this year has been like really exciting. Like
that's
she's
awesome. Great.
Like that's really, really cool to be able to not just be happy for someone else's success, but really invest in someone else's success. I've always been like, I've kind of never admitted it really, but I am kind of a selfish person. Like I'm empathetic about other people, but I've always kind of viewed things through the lens of myself.
Yeah, you know what they say.
I think a lot of people do that though.
They said you don't know about true loss until you love something more than you love yourself.
Right. That's very true. Are you speaking from experience?
No, I'm speaking from Good Will Hunting and my experience.
But yeah, like that's a really cool thing I think about love. Also, like,
sex is cool.
Sex is cool.
Sex is a cool
different
thing.
kinds
of
different kinds. Physical love is great. Also, like I lost my first pet this year. Like that was something that was like hard to deal with, but also like
to go through with someone else.
Yeah,
makes it easier.
But also just processing the kind of love that you can have for an animal who's like become very much a part of your life and a part of your family.
Yeah,
like that's a big deal.
I don't believe in animals, so it's not.
You have 3 dogs,
and I love them all. They're so sweet.
I wish I had a pet. But I can't take care of myself. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's taught me how to be better at taking care of myself because you got to take care of
I'm just not home, and it wouldn't make sense for me right now.
And I guess they just don't allow dogs in the office.
Whoa.
Shots fired.
Over here.
Shots
boom,
fired.
Boom,
you want to
because of some bad dogs that were here.
This is a subtweet carried out in podcast form, and you can make it a proper tweet right now.
I actually don't know who to @ right now because I don't know whose dogs fucked it up for everybody else. but some that were here did. And I know that my dogs are
Are
one
good
of them. One of
dogs.
them is the sweetest dog of all time.
Littlefoot.
Littlefoot is so calm, so gentle. Once in a while, he'll leave a poop for someone. He'll leave a secret poop to
Just
find.
a gift?
Yeah, just a
I
gift.
hope I find a Littlefoot secret poo-poo in my purse one day. That's my New Year's wish.
My New Year's wish is to get another dog. We have technically 2, obviously 3 because we have another roommate staying with us right now, which is a huge husky. But I want one dog that's even smaller than Littlefoot.
Nice.
A small white dog, like a little white dog. Because then we have black, brown, and white, and it's like that's a sweet color combination. It's a little palette, a palette of sweet colors of little dogs that can all leave secret poops in Candace's purse.
Aw,
That's nice.
that's great.
What do you guys want?
So we talk. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, you go.
No, I was just.
No, you go.
No, you go.
So we've talked a little
No,
bit
you
about
go.
like things we
okay.
learned in this year. What do you want to see happen next year? Like, is there anything on the agenda?
On the agenda, I'm not a person that likes to think about the future very much. I kind of like stuff like career-wise. I like it to just be like whatever's gonna happen. But I would like to do a lot more comedy.
I'd like to stop sabotaging myself.
Oh,
Would you also like to not interrupt people as often?
No, not for 2017.
That's something for later on the agenda.
Probably not still, no. Sorry, continue.
I don't even remember what I was saying. I'm gonna leave.
N-
No.
More comedy.
More comedy. I'd like to do more stand-up. I'd like to do more shows. Book me on your shows. I don't know. I just hope I'd have a fun, better year than this year.
Okay.
Rate 2016
It was
out of
still
10.
a good year, but I'd like a little. I'm looking forward to a more eventful year, I guess.
Rate 2016 out of 10. 10 being the best. 10 being the best. I would give it a 6 out of 10, I'd say. Maybe 6.5. 6.5 out of 10.
What about you, Matt?
That's a tough question.
Not the rating, the question you asked me.
Oh, that one?
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
It's tough. It's tough to rate a year, Steve, because just like there's a different number for me personally, and then there's a number for like the planet. I don't know. I don't want to answer that question right now. But in terms of like what I'm looking forward to in the new year, I guess I'm just trying to grow more into myself. I wasn't feeling like myself for a long time and very caught up in what other people thought of me or just kind of going through the motions or whatever. And kind of taking my life back has been really cool. So in that spirit, I do want to get my weight back in check. Like that's something that I've wanted to do for a while, and I just haven't allocated the time with regularity. I've talked about this before. I don't know if I've ever talked about it with you guys, but there are a few Matt Liebermans in Los Angeles who are all very successful.
Saw your Facebook post about it.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm interested.
There is a Matt Lieberman who is a very successful now screenwriter.
Whoa.
Who's been racking up projects left and right.
So what you're saying is you're going to use his resume.
Nope.
Okay.
This is not the plot of a comedy, but it very well could be.
You're
Maybe I
changing
should
your
pitch
name.
that.
The comedy of Face Off.
Yeah.
Except you guys have the same name.
Mm-hmm.
No, you guys seen Face Off? Just watched it for the first time the other night.
Didn't you just watch The Wicker
John
Man too?
Travolta. Yeah, I guess I'm on a Nick Cage kick. Anyway, please continue, Matt.
Oh man, there is a sketch that my friend Bill and I want to do so badly, but we can't because as funny as we think,
will get arrested.
as funny as we think it is, people will never get why we think it's funny. And it's a sketch called Blackface Off.
Triggered.
Yep, right there. But it's basically it's about an African American man and a guy in blackface, and it's just that speech that he has in Face Off, Nick Cage, where it's just I want to take his blackface off, and I can't explain it well right now, but I think it's really funny, and I would do that if a society allowed it. But
I'm so confused.
I'm not in the right
I've never
place
seen
to
Face
explain it.
Off.
Oh man, Face Off's an incredible movie. Oh,
Basically,
Steven,
Not the
what do you
biggest
think?
Not the biggest Nick Cage fan. I liked Con Air.
Long story short, two guys surgically removed their faces and put them on each other.
Put them on each other. Listen,
oh
Steven,
my God, that's great.
If you don't think that this movie has a plane chase, car chase,
I'd be dead wrong.
I'd be dead wrong. Boat chase,
I'd be dead fucking wrong.
You'd be dead fucking wrong.
It has all of those, doesn't it?
It had a big ass budget.
Big.
So does
budget.
Con Air, though, right?
John Woo. Well, yeah, I would say comparable budgets.
I think
and
it was
Nick Cage did those movies back to back.
Con Air and Nicolas Cage?
Con Air and Face Off, he did those back to back.
Where does National Treasure add up in all this?
Like 10 years later.
So where's Nick Cage doing? I actually really like Matchstick Men.
Matchstick Men's also great. It's actually one of his better performances.
That's
but,
what I thought too. Yeah. Reasonable actor.
Every time the screenwriter Matt Lieberman sells a project, which he did today, and it winds up on deadline, a bunch of people tweet me or text me, and they're all like, "Congratulations,
Great job, Matt."
Not me, other Matt
Lieberman.
Oh,
sorry.
But that's my point.
I was like,
I made this little smart ass post on Facebook where I was like, it's official, smiley face. This guy is still way more successful than I am.
And you don't want to maybe add a letter to, like, maybe you go by Matt middle initial Lieberman.
Well, Matthew D. Lieberman is a very successful psychologist who's
and
one of the
middle
head
name
professors.
Is
David.
Oh,
so he's
Mine's
the head professor. What, brothers?
Holy shit.
My middle name is David.
What,
Candace
brothers?
David Carrizales.
That'd be really funny.
What if you just went by David now?
David Lieberman? I don't know.
I mean, Spencer had to change his name to Spencer Stark because there's
there's a gay porn star with the same name as him. Yeah,
and he was just like, he wasn't upset.
My friend Megan Salinas has that same problem.
That there's a gay porn star with her name?
No, there's just a regular porn star with her name.
Oh.
A straight porn star. But I wanna sell something and get on deadline so that Matt Lieberman's family can be confused.
You know what?
Instead of mine.
You just gave me a great 2016 kind of wrap up for my last name. Sure, Suptic can be misconstrued with suck dick. Once in a while, like Steven Suckdick, like all throughout high school, it was Steven Suckdick. But at least there's no one else out there named Steven Suptic. At least I'm the only Steven Suptic.
That's a good takeaway. And you're an original. You're one of a kind.
Sure, there's a Suptic who's more famous than me. He's on the Get Up Kids or whatever. He has some fucking stupid band. And sure, there's some pro player, some StarCraft, I don't know what he plays, named Suppy. Sure, there are people out there that have a name that's somewhat like me, but there's no Steven Suptic.
That's gotta feel good.
Cool.
Matt Lieberman is a shockingly common name.
Really?
It's shockingly common.
What origin is that? What nativity are you seeing?
Well, Lieberman is a German name.
I'm German too.
Yeah?
Croatian and German.
That's good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Russian, German, Austrian, and Swedish as far as I know. Russian, German, Austrian.
An Uber driver told me my name is actually pronounced Souptich.
Oh.
Anyway. No, I've never had, I don't think there's nobody with Candace Carrizales, but actually, in the stand-up scene, there is a man with the last name Carrizales.
What is his name?
It is spelled differently. I don't want to say his first name just because I don't want to give him a shout-out.
Okay.
Is he really popular?
Yeah, I mean, people know him, but...
Carl Carrizales.
Sure. But anyway, he has the same last name as me, and when I was first starting stand-up, whenever I'd go to an open mic, people would be like, "Are you related to blank Carrizales?" And I was like, no. And it was every single time. And one day he was called, and then I was called right after him.
Oh my God.
His jokes are really out of control. Like, he is very opinionated and a little bit sometimes I don't know, he's not not my style. We have very extremely different styles.
You heard it here first.
And so he went on stage and was just saying everything that
made sense
it's
to
basically
him.
Me, kind of, in a way. Like, he was talking about young women and what they're like and blah 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 whatever, and then I came on and he crushed. Like, everybody ate it up and loved it, and I was like, oh God. And then I went up after him and just did the worst set I've ever done.
Oh no.
And people are always like, "Are you related?" Anyway, it's over now.
Do you think people ask him the same thing though? Like, are you related to Candace?
No way. No way in hell.
That happened to me at sleepaway camp. There were two girls at sleepaway camp named Ivy and Grace Lieberman, and everyone asked me, "Are you related to them?" I'd be like, "No."
Someone made a great logo for
"They're my
Sleepaway Camp.
why."
For Camp Lieberman. I saw
Isn't
that.
that amazing?
I want it for free.
So I've been thinking about this idea
So that
for
I
a little
can wear
while
it.
now. A camp show at SourceFed, like a cabin kind of show where we do like camp counselor stuff like Wet Hot American Summer, and maybe it would be like a Sleepaway Camp Lieberman kind of thing, and you're the camp counselor, and it'd be really cool, and I could be your camp counselor buddy, and we could train all the people in the SourceFed office and do kind of fun little camp activities.
I'll teach
you were
everybody.
very close to
I'll
saying
teach
KKK
everybody.
activities.
Much like my pastry shop, cake.
It's not going to be a huge success.
No.
Okay,
I'm warning you
I'll
right
teach
now.
everybody how to tie dye.
Yeah, I would watch this show. I would watch this Sleepaway Camp show. I can see it. I can be it. I believe it. It's everything that I want it to be. And next summer, we should just turn SourceFed and SourceFed Nerd into a Sleepaway
camping
Camp
show.
for friends on the internet.
You heard it here first, folks. SourceFed is turning into a camp.
Into a camp. You can all
Show.
sign up today. It's very
And
reasonably
What kind of
priced.
lessons do we teach at this camp? What activities do we have?
Just
teach you
tie
about-
dye and braids.
We teach you about tie-dye, braids,
And
and the
braids.
news with a comedic bent.
And the super
No news. News out the door.
News is gone. So
Just tie-dye
this
and
is-
braids.
We are announcing the
This is the
SourceFed
new
2017
year. This is the new
programming
year
slate.
podcast.
Yep, and we are next
Camp.
year camp
Tie dye,
tie-dye.
braids.
Lanyards,
That's it.
all we're doing.
Supermoon.
If you want to learn about the news, well, then why don't you go read the Washington Post?
Supermoon.
Would you like to discuss the supermoon subject?
It looks just like any full moon I've ever seen.
Great, good talk.
It looked so beautiful, though, and I think I was
real
feeling
big.
extra wacky this week because of that supermoon.
It just I don't know what it could be doing for the tides.
I think it's
Somebody
My-
said something interesting to me the other day. They
Talk
said,
about
"We are mostly made of water. No shit." I don't know if they used that exactly. No shit, the moon affects us.
yeah. We're 70% water.
As someone
if
who's
the
never
moon
believed in
aff-
science,
And if the moon affects
The water.
the water,
Of course.
and
it's
we're
gonna affect
water.
us.
so you're saying there's tides inside of all of us?
Yes.
probably making us wacky as hell.
Mm.
Explain to me what a moon could do to a human body.
Fuck you up.
This is what is the
It's going to cause
scientific term
high
of fuck-
tide and low tide. You ever felt real loopy?
The
This
tide
explains
is
what's
high,
been happening to me
but
during the middle of the day.
I'm
Exactly. In the
holding
middle
on.
of the day,
I'm
you are
gonna be
experiencing
your
low tide.
This is so sad that I somewhat believe that there's some reason like the moon can affect your body. Maybe there is.
Oh no. It's a new year. It's a new
Oh, what a year!
Oh.
2016,
back in 2016.
Something about the year 2016.
What a year, what a year.
Oh, yeah.
2016 was such a year.
And year. Steven Suptic is so
said my name.
sad. Yeah. Oh, what a year. Oh, what a year.
Stop fucking filibustering, you guys. Stop it. Stop. Stop that. Stop it. No. Stop.
I'm sorry that we were just acting like a bunch of Democrats trying to stop gun control, gun laws.
Stop controlling my fucking guns, you guys. This is pissing me off.
You know what, Steven? I just want to clear this up, okay? Maybe some misinformation.
So the new year.
Yep.
It happens, it goes, it ends, it comes,
Ugh.
it leaves, it goes.
And
it
that's just so not
feels
cool,
it.
because like, couldn't the year just like cuddle with us before it leaves?
I'm very thankful that 2016 is getting the hell out of here.
It's scary thinking that 2017 is happening because I don't really like the number 17.
The scariest thing about a change of years for me is that the first couple of months I write all my dates wrong still, and put 20 the previous year.
Wait, I'm sorry. For months?
The first couple of
the first-
years, I write the date wrong. So I've just been living in 2015 for 2014 for a
a few
couple
years.
years.
Another friend just texted me and said congratulations. 'Cause
Are they
of this-
serious though?
No,
Oh
they're
my
serious.
Goodness.
Well, do you ever just go along with it? Are you ever like,
I did once when he got the Short Circuit remake. I pretended that I was him on Twitter and reached out to the stars of the original and tried to get them to sign on to my my remake of the classic film Short Circuit.
Do you think some of your followers are fans of his?
I don't know, because like most of his movies haven't come out yet. He sells a lot of scripts. He's got the animated Scooby-Doo movie. He's got the Jetsons movie, neither of which have come out. He's got this new one.
I don't want a Jetsons movie. And I don't know who does at this point.
Is it a live action?
Ostensibly, yeah. But like, I think
Can
there's
I
actually
play the
a
dog?
Cool, you want to be Astro. You want to be Astro in the Jetsons
Here's my
movie.
audition for Astro of the Jetsons.
All right.
Live action.
Okay.
Woof, 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 woof. I am a dog in the future.
If someone could animate that, I would really, really appreciate it. And I think that all the folks over at Warner Brothers who greenlit the film would appreciate it, putting that on camera.
Do you guys ever get messages from like old high school friends or just anyone from high school in general? Or
Never, no.
Never on Facebook or anything?
No.
They're never like, hey, we just saw you in this thing.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah,
So
I get that sometimes.
It happens to me, and then recently it's been like an onslaught of people saying, hey, I saw you in this meme.
What meme?
I made a video in the past few months that was titled I Want to Die. And it's just like the thumbnail is my face going like this. And the title says I Want to Die on YouTube. And someone used
For those of you who can't see his face, it's just him
it's just his normal face.
It's just his normal face.
Just my normal face, yeah, I guess. And I would get message from people on Facebook saying, "Ah, man, that was so wacky, dude. I saw you in this fucking meme." And now I'm slowly realizing that this story is going nowhere.
Cool.
Good talk.
Would you guys like to audition for anything while we're on camera?
Yes, I would also like to audition for the role of Astro in the Jetsons.
Great. You have to look straight to cam, please.
Okay. Give me a second. Come on. All right.
Your whole career depends on this.
Okay.
Sounds like he's choking a little bit. Oh God.
I am a dog. My name is Astro. I am a dog. My name is Astro Jetson. I am a dog.
It sounded like
Thank you. Okay. Sorry.
That was really good.
That
I was
just came from deep
I
within, and I
don't
just
really
had
have
to
any
dig real deep for that.
It just kind of sounded like he was choking, or maybe had a little seizure going on. I was a little
that's
worried
actually
about it.
That was a choice that I made.
It was an interesting creative choice.
Again, no, but
you know, I really
now.
think you made the Jetsons Astro your own.
Okay. En español. All right. Okay. Come on. All right. Okay. Cool.
Look on Septic's face. Got me good.
Fuck. You're getting a call back. You're getting a call back, God damn it.
Me llamo
Astro.
Astro Jetson.
Perro is the dog.
Pero.
We found our man.
Me llamo Pero.
We found our man.
Astro Jetson.
We found our
Or
man.
Hetson.
Septic, I'd like you to audition for the role of Astro now.
Astro, right down the barrel.
Yeah. Do you guys have any specific things that you'd like me to do?
No, we're looking for
you know,
your
we
just
take
want,
on it.
we just want your own take on the doggy.
Normally I go out for like weird like tall guy roles. Like
Sure. No,
so
but
that's really what I'm going to be bringing.
We called you in for a reason. We want to see
we
you
love
do
a
what
tall,
you
lanky
do.
dog. You know, you don't see enough tall, lanky dogs
If you think back
in
to
live action movies anymore.
Right.
Yeah,
if you think back to the source material, you look at Astro's arms and legs. They are rather long.
I got a call back to play Scrappy. It didn't go through, but I'm thinking along the same lines.
Scrappy-Doo in the new Scoob movie. Yes, that's from the same writer.
Got it.
Yeah.
So
but if you could just jump right in, we've got a full day. So.
What did you guys think?
That was actually, I think you got the part. Damn, it was better than me.
Really marvelous. I have to say.
Marvelous. It'd be funny if it was a Marvel cartoon.
What?
I don't like comic books. Fun fact about me, I don't even like comic books and not planning to read them in the new year. Hey, everybody, what was your favorite pop culture moment from this year?
Yeah.
Well, I just ordered my Lindsay Lohan shirt.
So Septic and I did that story about Lindsay Lohan speaking Lee Lohan, as she called it.
It's her new language. It's a culmination of all the languages she's learned.
She has an accent, and our take on the story was, we don't. What's up with everybody caring about Lindsay Lohan? But I like her. I think she's great. And Steven told me today that he bought a.
I bought a I Only Speak Lee Lohan shirt. It was $25. Probably one of my better purchases this year. And it arrives December 8th, or it ships December 8th. So
nice.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Pop culture moments.
I liked that pineapple apple pen video.
Oh yeah,
pineapple pineapple or whatever. I don't know. I was in Will's video about it. No. I was in a reaction to it.
No.
I was the reaction video to it.
No.
What do you mean no?
You don't like reaction videos?
On Will's channel. I don't know. He asked me to watch this video, and I said, okay. And I was like, what is this? Oh, I like it.
90% of the videos on my channel are reaction videos. Are you kidding me? Are you telling me you don't like my content?
No.
You just never watched it before.
In fact, Steve, I used your channel as an example in my class last night.
I'm sorry, what? Thank you, what? Yeah. In what way?
About how all your thumbnails essentially tell the same story.
Except for recently. I hope you didn't go into any recent videos, because I've been like I was saying earlier, 2016 is a year I sabotaged myself for sure.
No, it was just that, generally, if you look at the channel, everything looks relatively uniform and you have some idea of what's going on.
Do you guys have this issue where if you start to do well in life, then you start to you try to calm it down and stop doing well? Is that just a me thing?
Sorry, I heard just a bunch of words and I would like you to explain them to me.
So let's say you're really crushing it for a solid few months.
You are sabotaging yourself?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
No, I don't get that.
Because you're afraid of success.
Yeah, but and I don't know why.
It's because once you get the thing that you want, you have to live with it. And generally, being successful means even more work than you do now. So you're afraid of more work, harder work, and more pressure because now that you have success, you have to keep it. If you don't have success and never claim it, you can always just say, well, fuck it. I was just doing YouTube and whatever, and I can just walk away and do something else. But if you actually achieve the level of success that I think that you want, and you work really hard, so you probably do want to be really successful.
I want to be a writer-director someday.
Yeah, okay. So to do that would require learning more, trying and failing as you grow and try to do different things. And inherently, that's kind of scary, especially when you've already achieved a certain level of success doing something else.
These podcasts are where I learn too many things about myself. And I need to stop it.
I don't think there is a too many in terms of learning about yourself. I think that's the whole point of being alive, is we're here to learn about ourselves and to figure out why we're here and what the point of it all is, because we didn't get to choose to be born.
Work is so hard.
Yeah, it is.
It's so much easier not to.
Sure.
I could stay home, eat a pizza, and watch Rick and Morty.
Amen.
Or I could write. I could start a screenplay, finish a screenplay.
All I want to do is fast forward 40 years and just get to the part where I'm 68, I'm over it, and I'm just relaxing somewhere.
But life's about the chase.
Ugh, tell me bad.
Life's about the adventure.
The
screaming at little kids. Life is about the watching little kids.
What? Life is not about watching little kids.
Life's about watching little kids.
No, you just said life is about watching little kids.
No, life is about watching.
How often do you watch little kids, Steven?
Work is it's hard work. Life is hard work.
Maybe there are too many things one can learn about oneself.
Life is hard work, and I think I'm just afraid of my future. And what about you guys?
That's why I don't think about it. I just live as it goes.
Live for the moment.
I don't always live. I mean, I worry a lot.
Sure.
Steven
you are the biggest worrier I've ever met in my entire life.
She's a big worry.
I worry a lot. I'm stressed a lot.
What do you worry about?
Everything.
You need a couple Xanny bars every day.
But I try not to think about...
About what?
Career future. I don't think about career future, but I worry about current.
I think eventually you get old enough to where everything, it's not worth not thinking about it. At a certain... you're 20 years old. And when I was 20, all I was thinking about was moving in with my friends and having a good time. And now it's I can feel my life surrounding me. And, of course, I have to think about it now.
Yeah,
so eventually you just get forced to.
I've been working since I was 15, and I'm pooped.
Yeah. You guys started way earlier than I did.
I've been making online content and doing stuff for
Rainn Wilson
5 years now, and I'm I'm like, oh man.
So
it's great. I mean, I like it. I love it, but it's also like part of me is like, man, all my friends are just like in college having a good time and like fucking around, and I kind of wish I could just like chill out and have more free time. I mean, I guess I didn't really work 6 months of this year. I had time to chill out. That was a nice break. So I guess I take everything I just said the past 5 minutes back. Back to you, Matt.
I think it all comes down to being grateful. Like everything that's happened this year, I try to think about it and figure out a reason why. Not just that it's okay, but like why I'm grateful that it happened, because everything teaches you something or moves you somewhere.
Oh, hell yeah. I agree. I'm
so like
very grateful.
I totally understand the impulse to like wish that your life could be less stressful or lower pressure or more normal or something like that, because I feel like we're all taught to want normal when we're little. But like you have a really like unique and like cool
but
life.
that doesn't mean I'm ungrateful either. I'm extremely grateful for the opportunities I've been given and my opportunities now and everything that's led up to this, and I'm gonna like keep going with it because I have goals that I want to do. But sometimes I'm just like, oh man, I wish I could take a breather and just like chill out for a second.
Then
it would be nice,
maybe you should nurture that. Like you should take a vacation.
But I forgot I had most this year was a vacation.
Yeah. But it's like, listen to that voice,
I think that
though.
it's important, though, too, I think I get scared really easily, and I get nervous about stuff.
Totally.
So I'll call my mom and be like, I'm stressed out. She's like, don't be stressed out. What the hell, girl? You're doing good. Like, my mom, she's like, I've worked awful jobs, and I've done this, and, and then I'm like, oh, man, she's like, had kind of, she's gone through rough stuff, and I'm like, okay, I have it nice and good, and, like, I'm doing good. I'm good.
We're all settling, and this is why we will never be Kevin Hart.
Anyway, you get what I'm saying.
That dude works seriously fucking
hard.
Very
very hard worker. Him and Dwayne The Rock Johnson both
work very hard
workers. Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
It's not that we're not hard workers,
just
though.
Announced Sexiest Man of 2016.
Okay, I think I work hard, but you just have to take the opportunities you're given. You have to take the opportunities you're given, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't just like, okay.
That's how Kevin Hart got as successful as he is. He took all the opportunities he was given, every single one. He does not turn a single one down.
Are you look at The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson's IMDb page, Sexiest Man Alive 2016.
Is this on
he
Kevin
has
Hart's
so many things in
Wikipedia
pre-production
page?
and post-production.
Why do you
that
know so
dude
much
has
about
20
Kevin
movies coming out
Hart?
tomorrow.
I like Kevin Hart, but I don't even know anything about him. I just like him. Like, he's fun.
And a lot of people don't know anything about Kevin Hart, but you know what
then
Kevin
why
Hart
do
knows? He
you
knows that
know
working
about
hard
him?
is
Tell
what
me
it
how
takes
you
to get to
know
the
about
top.
stuff about Kevin Hart.
Let me tell you about Kevin Hart. He has
You're
a bunch of different
making
TV shows.
me so
His
mad,
stand-up
septic.
specials aren't that great. Granted, he's appealing to so many different people, so he has to keep it pretty vague. Sometimes he says some misogynistic things. That's at least my opinion. But he appeals to so many people and says a bunch of. He's really like the most hardworking man in Hollywood. I guarantee you.
Can I ask a question?
Of course, go ahead.
About your knee.
This is not done on purpose. None of this was done on purpose.
That is a thread. That's not pen.
This was all done separate times. These broke separate times, and eventually I just had to like cut them open. And I want to get new black pants, but I got these from H&M, and I can't figure out where these black tech fit pants come from.
Those pants
I thought you just said you got them from H&M.
Those pants are.
I looked online, couldn't find them.
Those pants are so strange because sometimes they look leather.
Yeah, on the bottom they look really leathery.
And like pleather and shiny.
Maybe it's that's just out of fashion now, bah.
But the front, they're kind of worn out and look like jeans, and I don't really understand what your pants are doing.
Yeah, your newfangled pant technology makes us both uncomfortable.
Okay, I understand that completely.
Your tech pants, tech fit?
Tech fit.
Are they iPad pants?
These might be women's
Are
pants.
these pants made out of iPad?
Are they iPads?
Right, recycled iPad pants?
I wish they had. What's that bar on the Mac?
Touch bar. Touch bar?
Yeah,
Are your pants a touch bar?
Right around there. That's why I keep doing this all the time.
When you go home and you see your girlfriend, do you ask her if she would like to help you with your touch bar?
Not at all.
Okay.
Never have done that.
All right, so
visit the touch bar?
Visit the touch bar, yeah.
It's happy hour at the touch bar?
It's happy hour at the touch bar, yeah. Last call.
Sure.
Do you guys have any fun New Year's stories? New Year's evening stories? I totally forgot to ask this sooner. I'm going to be honest. Well, we got sidetracked. We got distracted. I'm the most You can distract me very easily, but then I'll snap back.
I got distracted earlier for
I feel like I get
minutes.
distracted, but then sometimes I'll see Septic gets distracted, and then I remember I need to get not distracted, and then I have to tell Septic to not get distracted.
I got distracted earlier for 10 minutes because I thought that sign said ravioli on the tripod, but it says Ravelli.
Oh, I love ravioli. Favorite pasta with the cheese and the ricotta inside. Ew. So you said you have a story to tell me.
Mine's bad.
Good.
Yes.
So
should I start then?
Yes.
So it all began...
I don't think I have any.
You have none?
New Year's, always spent it with my mom, except last year, spent it with my friends, and I kissed my guy friend for many years on the mouth.
Good story. That's awesome.
Just as, like, fun. Yeah. It was just fun.
Oh, yeah. What about...
He's gay.
All right, fair enough.
So, but it was, like, a cool thing, because we've been friends for years, but then we got to kiss on the lips, and I had a crush on him in high school.
And you didn't know he was gay then?
No.
So my story...
I love him. I'm so in love with him. Anyway. Your story.
Well, it all began 3 years ago, in the heart of Wisconsin, Illinois. And we were driving... Wisconsin, I don't remember where it was. Probably Green Bay. So we were driving around Green Bay, and we knew that there was a party to go to at my friend Zach's girlfriend's parents' house. So we went into their basement, and we were like, hey, when are all the people showing up? And everyone started showing up one by one, and it was everyone above the age of 60. And we only entered an old person's party, and they played new pop hits too.
Oh, yeah.
And they were all fucking jamming. I've never partied harder than with people above the age of 60.
Oh, yeah.
That's
My
fun.
mom, in her car, has the radio always set to Sirius Hits 1.
The old people know how to get fucking down.
They know how to get down.
And
Good
always...
Lord.
Oh, God. And
My mom is constantly dancing around the living room. I don't even live with her anymore, but I know she's dancing around the living room.
Turn
Right
around, saw
now.
my
All
friend
the
grinding
time.
with an 80-year-old.
What?
That's some New Year's.
Wait, is that
memories.
actually
What?
a truth?
Yeah.
What was it?
Saw my friend grinding with an 80-year-old.
Oh,
And did
boy.
they go home together?
No.
And by home, I mean back to the home?
No, she fell asleep
Got it.
Aw.
on the dance floor. Margaret had too
dangerous.
hard of a time. We had to bring her upstairs, put her on the couch.
I once had a friend fall asleep on the dance floor. My brother had to carry her out of the club.
I fell
in his
asleep on the
arms.
dance floor once.
It's terrible.
And I somehow made it back to my hotel room, and everyone was like, how did you even get there? And nobody knew.
Great.
And it was in the heart of Boston, Illinois. It was in the heart of Boston. Sorry, in the middle of winter. It was in Boston, in the middle of winter. I was like,
There's
8
no better
blocks.
place in the middle of winter.
I was 8 blocks from my hotel room. Somehow I made it back.
Boston.
Didn't even get sick. Was out in the cold. Didn't even get sick.
Boston.
Boston's one of the worst cities for traffic ever.
Boston.
Their roads are poorly designed.
It's not a city designed for cars, you know. It's an old city.
What's your little party story?
Oh boy, there's so many. It's not even necessarily like parties. I don't like New Year's Eve. I don't think it's important. I don't give a crap.
Whoa, I
Yeah.
like it.
Because
though I
you
don't
know,
really
lots
celebrate.
of different cultures have different ideas of when the New Year is.
Let
So
me just
it's
say
like,
real quick, New Year's to me is just snacks, and I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Like every New Year's I spent with my mom, she just like orders chicken wings or Chinese food, and we like eat so much food. She has all these hors d'oeuvres. Just
Yeah.
me and my mom and my sister, and we just eat and watch the ball drop and dance a ton.
Before you're able to alcohol, I think New Year's Eve is primarily about hors d'oeuvres. When I was in high school, my parents would just get together with like some family friends, just another family, and the parents would like go out to dinner or whatever, and then they'd come back and we'd all watch the ball drop. And while they were gone, like my mom would buy a bunch of frozen hors d'oeuvres. I'm talking the TGI Fridays crappy mozzarella sticks. I'm talking about pigs in a blanket. Okay, maybe some ravioli or some pizza. Okay, and maybe
Poppy.
you know we're going down to the basement. We're playing a little Nintendo 64 or a nicer game, a cube, or maybe you know we're going up to the bedroom and playing no, not like that. Playing Unreal Tournament 2 or Unreal Tournament 2004 on the computers. Maybe that's what's
The
happening.
best bedroom games.
Right, but still it's ultimately pretty low key. Until one year I was interested in a girl, and we both liked each other, and we'd both talked to mutual friends and had confirmed that we liked each other.
You played a different bedroom game.
No, not like that. I went to her friend's New Year's Eve party, and it was the first New Year's Eve actual party that I'd ever been to. And it's like all the adults drinking upstairs, and then downstairs it's like mood lighting and teenagers and hormones and like that. And it's just basically just like counting down the minutes until I am like legally, like almost like legally allowed to kiss this girl without risking anything, because it's midnight and we're just there to kiss each other. And that's the whole reason why we're there. And I don't remember having any fun at this party, like freaking out because I don't know anybody and like pretty miserable and like just kind of sure that I like this girl, but I don't know anything about her and I'm too young and too awkward to actually ask her anything. So I'm just fucking like losing my mind for 2 hours waiting for a kiss. And that to me is like a perfect distillation of what it's like to be a teenager. You are just waiting around, losing your mind.
Was your life Perks of
hoping
being a
to get
wallflower?
one kiss. I've never read Perks of Being a Wallflower, nor have I seen the film.
But did you kiss her?
Yeah.
Hey, nice. That's the story how I wanted it to end up.
Yeah. And we dated for a little while, and I realized I wasn't that interested. And then she told me she blamed the fact that I broke up with her on her having Lyme disease, which had nothing to do with it. And then she showed up.
Very interesting.
I was in Annie was our all-school musical that year, and she showed up to a performance of Annie, and she was in the front row, and I noticed her during Act 2, and I started freaking out because I'm like, she is here to confront me. What is this? And I ran out the back of the school like a coward.
Interesting.
Hey, Lyme's disease isn't fatal, right? That's not.
It can be.
But she got over it, right?
I
mean, you
she's
have
still
Lyme
around.
disease for your life,
she's
but
successful. She's like a fashion designer now.
Yeah, you get treatment for it and stuff, but
she's like a fashion designer now.
Jesus.
She's fine.
That knocked me out of the park. I'm sorry, you guys. My first kiss was at age 19.
Really?
Your first kiss?
Really?
First kiss, yeah, age 19.
Hold on.
Stop
the fucking
I'm
presses.
So
Listen,
surprised.
year, we're going to have to extend you for another couple minutes because I need to hear this freaking story.
Yeah, this podcast is going to be a teeny bit longer.
Oh, this podcast just got lit.
Well, because now we found the title of the podcast for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I was age 19. I was over at the tennis court.
I can't believe you were 19. Sorry, I'm shocked because I'm 20, and that means I would have been last year. But holy crap, have I kissed so many boys since then. Sorry, Mom, if you're listening to this.
Fucking gross, Candace.
I'm just always kissing.
I was
love
saving
to
myself
kiss.
for anyone
Kissing's
that wanted
fun.
to kiss me. So I was on a tennis court playing night tennis with this girl. We were friends.
Wow, sorry. You appear to me, I gotta say this, I just feel like you are the ladies' man.
Yeah, you are Mr.
You are such a
Suave.
lady man. You're kind of
You got your
smooth,
fashion sense.
because I know you're like
got
super
your fancy car.
You're super goofy and weird and piss me off sometimes, and that's like a very sibling thing. I feel like we have a very sibling friendship.
absolutely.
But
She's
like when
letting
you
know
talk
she's
about
never been attracted to you.
right, just making that clear. But when well, I followed you on Instagram 4 years but your girlfriend, I don't know, just like the things you told me, I'm like, damn, he's like the ladies' man. He's smooth.
Right, he's going
And
out.
I'm
He's
like,
buying
he's
lobsters at Morton's.
He's been doing
Two
this.
lobster tails.
He's been doing this since he was 11.
Yeah.
No, it's
He
just
was
some people are born
born
with it, and
smooth.
some people just develop a lot later than others.
No,
Steven
I'm
Septic,
not.
bored and smooth.
I'm just surprised. That's
Yeah.
all. But
Well,
anyway, please continue.
Extremely
Also,
triggered.
also,
You've hurt my feelings.
Shut up.
Also, Night Tennis should be the name of the short film you direct about this story. Now continue.
Night tennis. Okay, so let me just say that all the developing of the story and all the interruptions have now nulled any like fun aspect of this.
I
It's
swear
not a
to
good
God,
story yet again.
Septic, I swear to God, you can tell this as a good story. Give us details. You can make
Okay,
this a
here
good
we go.
story.
We were on the tennis court late at night. It was
Who
about
was it?
10 o'clock
Who was
p.m.
she?
It was my friend Amy. We were on the tennis courts. We were playing a bit of hit it back and hit it forth. And we eventually stopped the tennis game because she was like, hey, you want to come back inside? Because her house was like a block away. I was like, do I want to come inside? Because at this point, I've never kissed a girl before. In fact, I've never like expressed interest in any girl. I was never like one to go out of my way. I've always been a very nervous boy, as it turns out. I've had opportunities to like do a thing, and I never went to prom or anything. I never like did anything with any girl ever. It was just like I never did. So we were at the half court, like the net. We were at the net, And she was like, you want to come back inside? She didn't say big boy. That's an exaggerated part of the story. But she's like,
big boy.
You want to come back inside and just watch a movie or something? And I was like, yeah, let's. And then, and guess what, guys? Guess what? In the heat of the moment, she puts her hands on my hands and lays a hot smooch right on my cheek. And I'm like, yeah, yeah. And then I grabbed her by the hips, and then we kissed. And that was my first kiss. And then,
and was your first kiss making out?
Was it making out or was it a kiss?
It was making out.
Mine was too. I hated it. It was disgusting. My
you guys made out on the first kiss?
Yeah, it was awful. The guy didn't know that it was my first kiss, and he just, like, his mouth was open, and it was a lot of tongue, and I was grossed
I was just happy to ever get it, you know?
Yeah.
That was like, I was grateful at that point.
I think mine was when I was 13 or 14. Yeah, I was freshman in high school, so 14, I think.
First kiss was, I think, it was 13 or 14. I think 14. 14, 8th grade. Something like that.
I was getting real embarrassed talking about that story.
That's all right, buddy.
Why?
That's like a perfectly good story.
My heart's pumping, you guys.
I'm so excited.
My
heart's just fucking pumping.
I'm so excited.
Oh my God, my heart was just fucking pumping.
When you think about it, when you're younger, I had so many opportunities to kiss boys that I didn't take, which is fine. I didn't need them.
Oh, sure.
Because it's not like I was going to date anybody in high school. Like, I would never date the same person. I mean, I wouldn't be dating somebody in Ohio right now if I was living out here. And
right.
None of them were my type or my
Our
kind of
insecurities fail us when we like
I remember there was this hot guy. He was smoking, you guys. I think he played water polo. Like, he was hot. And he would ask me to hang out, and it was so cool because I feel like I was really dorky all of high school, but I think I was a junior, and he would ask me to hang out alone, and we would hang out, and we also were on a tennis court, but I didn't make any moves, but he was into me. Now that I'm older, I'm like, that guy was into me. Yeah. He was hot. Like, why didn't we?
Isn't Lyme's disease an ancient disease?
What?
Wasn't that from like? Didn't they find a cure for that?
Dude, it comes from
treatment.
ticks.
It comes
There's
from
treatment,
ticks.
but they can't like cure it.
Yeah, you get bitten by a tick.
Oh my God, I'm so stupid. Oh my fucking God.
What were you thinking?
I was thinking of that disease that makes you like mutilated.
Are you
leper's disease?
Leprosy.
What the fuck, dude?
Oh my God.
You thought that the girl who
I thought that she was a leper
that I broke up with was a leper?
you broke up with her because she was a leper, like
no,
Elephant
I didn't
Man
break
or
up with her because he was a leper. I didn't break up with her because she
was like
had Lyme
Elephant Man.
disease either.
Fuck.
I broke up with her because we had nothing in common.
I thought your girlfriend was Elephant Man. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
No.
Wow, that like
holy shit.
God.
What the actual fuck right now?
I thought that she was Elephant Man.
Okay, we gotta end this quick. Do you have a kissing story you want to tell?
Oh man,
your first kiss since we kind of.
First kiss was I was 13 or 14. It was during a school day. I had a girl who was my girlfriend who I had not kissed once in like the 3 or so months we had been together. I didn't really. All I wanted was to get a girlfriend, but I didn't actually like almost never took her out anywhere. Never called her. I was just I have a girlfriend.
Totally.
I was a dumbass. And she got all of our friends to basically dare me into kissing her because it was ridiculous that I hadn't. And I walked up to her after school outside and just planted one on her.
Like angrily?
Yeah, almost like petulantly, and was like, see? Like a dumbass. She broke up with me via a note during middle school graduation delivered by a mutual friend.
Did that break your heart?
Yeah, but at the like
in a chill, fun kid way.
Yeah, I was a dum-dum. I was like a real just stuck inside my head dummy.
All right. First kisses, New Year's. Hey, everybody, Happy New Year from us at SourceFed. Thanks for listening to this podcast. It was fun. We talked about a lot of stuff, our first kisses. And how about in the comments below, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can tell us about a weird first kiss story or a weird kissing story.
Or write a review on iTunes.
Or write a review on iTunes
with
your
it here on
there
the podcast.
You go.
We read some great reviews so once in a while, you guys. So we got some reviews on the iTunes.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I am Candace Carrizales.
I'm Steven Suptic. Were you guys thinking Lyme's disease or leprosy?
Matt Lieberman, not leprosy.
Can we do a closing quick
it's
New Year's song?
Yeah.
Drop the beat.
Okay.
It's New Year's. It's New Year's. 2016 to 2017. New Year's. New Year's. It's 2016 to 2017. Okay, it's over.
Get some hors d'oeuvres.
Bye.